All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dunk Talk, episode 8. My name is Dylan Haugen. If you do not know me, I'm a 5'10", 16-year-old dunker from Minnesota, and today I'm here with my co-host Hunter Castona and special guest and professional dunker Donovan Hawkins. So, Hunter, if you want to introduce yourself real quick, then we'll get to Donovan.
Yeah, guys, I'm a 6'1" dunker from Wisconsin. Pretty excited about this one. Obviously, which you guys didn't see, I was just dunking with him and another guy we had on, Josh Dunk. So pretty good experience with that. And we have a special guest here, Donovan, that is a pro dunker and also, I believe, one of the most underrated dunkers in the community right now. If you guys don't know who he is, you guys got to go check him out. Jumps out of the gym, punches everything. So we're gonna get this started. But Donovan, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah. What's up, guys? I'm Donovan Hawkins, 20-year-old, 6'3.5", officially without shoes, by the way, if anyone wondering. Just measured myself today. I knew we were going to be doing this. Yeah, I'm excited to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Sir, that's crazy, bro. I didn't know you were 20. I figured
Yeah.
you were a little bit older than that, but that is wild. Um, so obviously, I mean, you're at a pretty crazy stage right now, but we'll go like way back to start. So like just when you were getting started, like what did you do to start? Like I know me and Hunter kind of did like a lot of low rim stuff when we were young, just playing on like 7 feet, and then eventually just kind of moved up. So like what was your start? What inspired you? All that.
Man, so this kind of goes in the background as well. For anyone who didn't know, I actually, my main sport, I used to play hockey. So I've actually never played the organized sport of basketball in my life. I
Uh,
played obviously like at parks and pickup runs and everything, all that good stuff. But yeah, I've never played on an actual team before. So from the time I was 5 years old to when I was 16, I played hockey. But as far as dunking goes, uh, how did I get started? I remember one day, it was before I got into dunking. My dad bought me like, the adjustable hoop, like everyone has. He bought me that, and I was playing on that just outside. And I remember I would just always dunk on it for fun, like on low rim, like you said. And then one day I remember I looked up like cool dunks to do. And Billy's video on Billy Dunkademics, his video with Tyler Curry came up, and ever since then, man, that's ooh, it's been a wrap. So yeah, that's
that's
pretty much how I
crazy.
got started.
That's
So
pretty
like,
dope. It's just kind of crazy to think that I didn't know that you didn't play organized basketball at all.
Uh,
I knew you played hockey and that's what like
yeah,
your main sport was, but I thought you actually played basketball as well, which is kind of crazy that you didn't even
yeah,
play at all. You just were on a low rim.
I had
yeah,
no clue you didn't play at all. I mean, it doesn't make sense at all considering your hand speed and all that and the way you move, but that is pretty wild. Most of the hockey players I know can't jump at all. So,
no,
yeah.
same. So I started with that, and I mean, after that, I just low rim for like 2, 3 years straight. That's all I did. I would obviously dunk on 10 foot too when I could, but yeah, man, low rim's the way.
Yeah.
For
What
sure.
what age did you like get your first dunk on 10 and like what's kind of the story behind your first dunk? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, I do remember. I very much remember it vividly. Who doesn't? I
Okay.
exactly got my first dunk on 10 foot when I was 15, sophomore in high school. I got it in gym class. I'd been trying for not too long. I've been trying for a couple months. I was like, and I was pretty close, even just when I was just trying, because I was always touching rim when I was younger and stuff. Again, I didn't even know about dunking or basketball. I could just do it, so I was like, yeah, cool. And then I was trying to impress this one girl in my gym class, and I just started dunking. And then one day I hit it, and I was like, whoa, I actually just did that. And then ever since then, like I said, I just kept doing it.
So
Yeah.
how tall were you when you got your first dunk then? Because I know you're 6'3" now. How tall were you
Yeah,
as a sophomore?
probably like 6'1.5", 6'2".
Okay. And then were you doing that off of 1 foot or 2 foot when you got your first
Well,
dunk? Because I know
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a one.
I was down off 1 foot. Yeah, I was one
Yeah.
foot for like 3 years straight, and then I had to switch to two.
So what made you switch to two then?
I was getting a little knee pain flare up from dunking outside on low rim, and then also I just saw people like Isaiah and Tyler and all them, like people I said who I watched, and they were all doing 2 foot. So I was like, well, I might as well do this too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, obviously, like you said, Tyler Curry was like one of the first people you saw.
yeah.
Like who did you like model your technique off of? Was it mostly him or?
Oh, it's always Tyler Curry. It still is to this day. I don't
Yeah.
model off anyone else.
Yeah, he's crazy. And you two are pretty similar, actually. You're just a bit taller, which makes everything look
Yeah,
more insane. So,
yeah,
yeah, it looks wild.
slowly.
Yeah, so I mean, you got your first dunk when you were like 15, right? Like, how was the rest of high school for you? Like, did you keep leveling up throughout high school, or did you kind of stay at that level?
Oh no, I leveled up for sure. When I was I'll do like kind of the dunk progressions. When I was 16, I hit my first East Bay, and then when I was 17, I hit my first under both. So every year I was doing more.
That's wild.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your progression kind of went through the roof, basically, is what I'm
It
hearing.
did, yes, it did.
So go along with that. Obviously, you didn't really. Obviously, you're a hockey player at 16, but you got your first dunk at 15. So did you start training at any point, like with hockey or anything like that, or were you just playing hockey and just nothing in the gym, or how did that go down?
No, I mean we did like general like body weight stuff for hockey, but like more like endurance type training. It wasn't even like intense. We were supposed to do it often, but we always just skipped it. Um, yeah, so I stopped playing hockey when I was 16, right when I turned 16, and then I was just dunking. I didn't play any other sports.
Interesting. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah.
So when did you get like into training for donkey or just training in general then?
Um, I hit John because I'm on THP for anyone who didn't know. John Evans hit me up on in March, early March of 23 last year, and he was just kind of like, hey, because I had been gone for a while. I took a 10-month break. I was on vacation from dunking for 10 months, and he
Yeah,
hit me
about
up. He's like,
that.
where you been? And I was like, I haven't been doing anything. And then he was like, we kind of got talking, and I started with THP, but I actually didn't lift until last November. So November 23 is when I started lifting. He we kind of were talking at first. He just had me jumping, doing whatever, and then I was supposed to lift starting in June. I did one lift, and I was like, I was ignorant, bro. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. So I just stopped it, and then in November is when I was really watching because that's kind of when John and Isaiah started like taking off with their stuff, and that's when I was like, okay, I need to actually do this. And then I started educating myself, and I was like, okay, this is definitely the play. So since November, I've been on the training consistently.
Okay.
So what is
So
your
then
what?
with oh yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
can
Go ahead, Hunter.
no, you got it.
I was just gonna say like, what is your like lifting been like? Cause you said you like didn't do much lifting like before or in high school. You just kind of like picked it up recently.
Mm,
So like,
right.
how have you like improved your technique and all that? 'Cause, like, has that been a
I
focus?
Yeah, it definitely has been a focus. I said I'm just doing it more often, and then also like I for especially the stuff like on THP, I watch. I actually got into the sport. I watch like Olympic weightlifting, and like I watch the competitions. It's really
Mhm.
cool. So I kind of get into that a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like your numbers looking like for lifting too? Do you
Oh
got
man, my numbers aren't. Well, they're not that great, but so I'll just do like the main three. Like so, back squat. My max back squat right now is 385. It's fine, but it should be a little bit higher. Max front squat is 270. Well, okay, I can do 275, 7x2, but I've never tried anything higher than that. But I could probably do 315 for one. Probably
easily,
could.
yeah.
Yeah, and then dude, my power clean's awful. I was telling Hunter and Josh this when I met with them in Missouri. I was like, I know I can do way more. It's just the lowering myself part of it is so awful. So my max power clean is 205, and I really just end up like catching it standing straight up. Like I don't know how to lower myself, so I can't go much higher than that.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
those are still some pretty crazy numbers, bro. But yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I have the same problem with my power cleans. Like on my like warm up sets up to like my max sets, it's like same. Like I don't go any lower. So
yeah,
like
exactly, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely got to learn how to go a bit lower than that.
Yeah, it took me 9 months to not. I'm still not perfect with it, but it took me 9 months to actually gain like weight in power clean. So I was at 135 for like 9 months, and then all of a sudden my technique got really good. Went to 155, 185, and then now I'm at 205. So technique does go a long way with power clean. That's like the one that you really have to have good technique with to
Yeah.
actually succeed in that. Otherwise, you're just pulling weight just to pull weight. You're not really doing it properly. So um, but I mean, for Donovan, for what your numbers are, like the squat, I thought you were going to be like way, way lower than that for like back squat.
Yeah, to
So
be honest.
I
Really?
still think that's
Yeah,
yeah. I
bro,
thought
Lower?
like
for
Okay.
not lifting that long,
well,
yeah,
yeah,
bro.
because you said they're not that good, so I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, they're probably like not like 315 or something, but like that's still
Oh
really
no.
good.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
I
even
just
then,
know they
that's
can be
like
higher.
for
Like I know they
well,
can.
yeah, for sure. But like for you not lifting that much, that's pretty good.
And at your height too, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
So like, when you're like 17, you're hitting under both and all that. That's, pretty elite dunk. So like, was that kind of like when you like started to Or like when, at what age did you like start considering like pro dunking as a real possibility?
Yeah, actually, pretty much right. You said so. That same, uh, right before a couple months before I hit my first under both, I hit my first behind the back. And right when I hit that, I was like, wait, I was like, hold on, I can actually like do something with this because I realized how old I was and like the progress I was making. So yeah, kind of probably right around I was 17, I was like, hold on, this is probably something that I could do. So
Yeah. Yeah. So like,
So
go ahead.
I was just gonna ask like when is because obviously I know you've been on Dunkademics quite a bit now. So when was that first session that you had, and how old
oh yeah,
was that, and like what were you doing around that time?
yeah. So I that was when
And
I
which
just turned
one?
18. I had turned 18 a
Which one
month.
was
That
that?
go ahead, Dylan.
What I was just
It
gonna
was one with
which
T
one was
Curry
it?
and Anthony Hyde. It was at the Maps in LA
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure
with
that's what
Dunkin'
I'm
Okay.
Donuts.
thinking.
Yeah, I had a crazy thrunk. That was kind of still kind of crazy. Yeah. So that was when I had just turned 18, like a month or month and a half before that. And I went out there with Billy. I've been hitting him up for dude. I know everybody. This guy, I heard you say it too, Dylan. I hit everyone up when I was younger. I always like DMing them and stuff. So I did that. I was DMing Billy for like 2 years at that, maybe like a year and a half at that point. And then finally, kind of when I had some more progress, I had some stuff on my page. I was like, hey, what if I come out and do a session with you? And he was like, sure. He's like, we're having this. And so went out there with him and did that. That was really cool. Great memory for sure.
That's that's dope. Yeah, because I know you've had a couple of those, and then another session I know you were part of was with Travis, and I don't know who else was. I don't know their names in that other
I remember
session,
that
but
Oh
one
yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah. That was
yeah.
a good
So
session. Yeah.
so was that before the Dunkademics, or was that during like
No, that
eventually the Dunkademics?
was yeah, exactly. That was during it. That would have been like 4 or 5 months after that one. 5 months, yeah.
Okay,
I remember
Yeah.
the one
because I know
with,
you went crazy in that one.
yeah. I remember the one with
Actually,
Sutherland
that might have
too.
been longer. It might have been like 7 months after. You said what?
I remember the one with Sutherland too. That was funny.
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
push-ups, the push-ups that you had to
he's
do.
funny, bro.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
hilarious.
dude, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was your like first like event or like contest or anything like that?
My first event was actually it was the dunk camp last year. If you count that, I was in the show. So if you count that, it was the Texas dunk camp last year
Yeah.
that I went to. That was great. But
Yeah.
then my first one that I got asked to do was very first week of December in 23. I went to the Phoenix Suns halftime show and did that. So that
Yeah,
was
that
really
was
cool.
crazy. Yeah, I definitely want to
Yeah.
talk about that dunk camp more because that was a pretty, I mean, you obviously went there and showed out. So, like, what was your experience like?
Yeah.
Did you sign up for that or did they invite you or like how did day one go and all that?
So yeah, so actually backstory on that as well. So I've been on and off with like dunking. Everybody, I think I've heard pretty much everyone's their stories a little bit on and off as well. So I've taken a couple months break at a time, a few times. So I was dunking. We gotta go back a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, from March 22 all the way till March 23 ish, roughly, give or take. I didn't dunk at all or work out, nothing. Took like a break, and then when I came back on March 23, I dunked for a few months consistently, and I took the month of June off. And then John called me and was like, "Hey, like, what if I can get you into dunk camp? Would you be down to come?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd be down to come. Whatever. That sounds cool." So John Evans got me to that, and then yeah, that was really cool. Like I said, that was probably the one of the best experiences of my life going to Texas dunk camp. So it was worth it for sure,
Yeah.
100%. And I actually hadn't dunked, like I said, for a month leading up to that, so I was pretty scared. I was like, "Dude, I'm not going to perform." I was like, but then I ended up
Crazy.
performing pretty well. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
you.
everyone that goes there just does good no matter what. So, you got
yeah,
so much adrenaline, so many people.
Yeah, like a bunch
exactly.
of people that were at the like I talked to people that went to Texas or even just pros, and they're just like dumbfounded by your bounce and just your power and stuff. Like I think a lot of people thought that J Rich was like the best J Rich they'd ever seen or something. Like and
Yeah.
like under
Yeah,
both was punched, under both off the backboard was punched. Like everything that you dunk is like absolutely punched. And it's
yeah.
just so like was that always like were you always punching dunks, or does that kind of come with time? Like when did you realize that you were like really starting to punch stuff? Like did you start doing upper body stuff, or like how did you just
And
start like basically punching everything?
no, I've always been punching stuff, man. Since the very first time I dunked on low rim, I don't know why it felt doing it with like authority felt like I don't know. It was just
Yeah.
cool. I guess I was trying to mimic what I saw, and I was doing it on low rim, so I've always been doing that. It's never changed.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's what makes you different too, is like your ability to just like punch like those elite dunks is like just so ridiculous and it just
Mm.
looks insane. I know we talked about it with Josh a little bit on the last episode. He talked about how he said on your under bolts you like, basically bend completely in half and then like come out and your head's up at the rim and then you just punch the crap out of it. Like I thought that was totally accurate. That was hilarious.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely
It
crazy to see
is.
you
It
in
is pretty
person.
accurate.
Like it was insane. Like obviously I've seen like Isaiah and Jordan, all those guys at camp, but just like obviously they're a different plant, so you're right left, obviously like me. So
Mhm.
it's just crazy to see that in person. Like just seeing the dunks that I've been trying to hit like be so easy for somebody, and just like it's just that's obviously for the past couple, I'd say like past year, you've been somebody that I've actually like looked at pretty like thoroughly, just because again you're right left. So obviously it's me or
Right.
sorry you, Tyler Curry, and like Connor. Those are like the three that I really like look for and like just dunk ideas. And like I know you kind of have like your kind of own dunks. You don't really try like a lot of new stuff. You just kind of go for your bread and butter. So I was just
Oh.
trying to get him to open up a little bit at
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in Missouri, but I mean, so do you ever like try to hit new dunks, or is that just kind of you just trying to go for the dunks you usually hit?
I try to hit new dunks. So actually, I'll try to do it at. I was I might be going to the Wisconsin camp this year, the Wisconsin dunk camp. So if I
So,
if I end up going to that, I'll do a whole session of new dunks. But I can actually hit a lot of dunks that people don't know I can hit. I just don't post them because they're not like the craziest ones. So I feel like other ones get more traction. But I can hit a lot of dunks that people don't even know I can hit. Like I just don't do them often. Like I said, one of probably the better ones I can hit that I don't think I've ever posted. I can do off the backboard behind the back. It's a pretty solid one. So things like that, I can do a lot of other dunks, but I like doing under both, man. Anything under both, I love
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites for sure. Obviously, that's a dunk I'm still trying to chase to get consistent,
Yeah, I feel
but
like dunks like off the backboard behind the back like will only be appreciated by basically the dunk community. Like I feel like the average person like is like, oh, a backboard between the legs easier or is better. A lot of people
Yeah,
don't really even understand like that dunks like that are like insanely difficult and like very few people actually make those. So yeah. I
right.
don't blame you, but those are insane, bro.
so
So
another question that I got is obviously you've been with Team Flight Brothers for a little bit now. So like how did that come about? Like obviously you said you were in that Phoenix. I think that was the first one you had, right?
Yeah, yeah, that was the first one.
So like how did that come about? Because that was basically kind of almost right after camp, right?
No, it was quite a bit after actually. So camp was in July, and then that was the first week of December.
Okay.
So I remember after camp, or no, I'd actually had, if you guys don't know, Chuck Milan. He's from Team Fred Brothers. He's a legend in the dunk community. I knew him since 2021 from when I was 17 because I did a session with Ball is Life, and they filmed me and they gave me Chuck's number. So I've been talking to him for a while, but he hit me up finally, and I think it was like September or something. He's like, "Hey, I got this thing. It's like it's time to go." So I obviously agreed to it, and from there on, man, rest is history.
yeah. I mean, so that Phoenix Suns thing, was that like can you just like explain like what even went on there? Because I mean,
Yeah.
I saw the clips, but I didn't even really like know
No, yeah,
the story and all that.
it's just like I don't know. It's just like a little halftime show we did. It was pretty simple. It was like a dunk contest between me and Doug Anderson, and we each got 3 dunks. And we basically it wasn't like an official contest or anything like
Yeah.
FIBA or anything international, but just the crowd basically just judged us and whichever one they preferred, and it was pretty cool. Like I said, it was a really cool experience. It was pretty surreal too, being in that arena, and then also like, dude, you barely had any warm up time, like barely
Yeah,
any warm up time.
I've
So
heard that
I tried
about
to
stuff
get
like that.
exactly. I tried to get warmed up
And
pretty quick in the back, but yeah, it was nice.
and and dude casually hits under both with said warm up.
That did happen, yes.
It's
So
nuts.
going back to um dunk camp and stuff, like do you so I what I heard about Texas dunk camp is that basically you dunked on day one and then everyone was like, yeah, please do the show. Like don't even do the contest or anything like that. So is that what happened or
That is exactly what happened. Yeah.
how was the show for you? I mean, obviously you're dunking with best
Right.
in the world. So
It was it was really cool. So like I said, after I had that session the first day, I was like fully ready for it though, you know. Even though it was my first one ever, I was prepared for it. So it was really cool going into it, and it was everything I expected. It was really fun. The energy was high. I mean, I had pretty much jumped for 4 days though. Like, I didn't have a session on day 2 and 3, but I was like doing a couple like lower rim dunks. So
yeah,
I was kind of tired on day 4, but
it's so hard
yeah.
not to. Like both years I've gone in 2022 and 2023, and both years I dunk on day one, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna chill until day four, and then I like
Dude, I said that too. Yeah.
somehow end up in a low rim session, and then on day three, I'm like, all right, I'm actually doing nothing today. Like I didn't even put my shoes on, and I still ended up doing like 20 jumps and cross.
I did that exact same thing. Day 2, I jumped a little bit, and day 3, I was like, all right, I gotta take my shoes off. Yeah. I just walked around all day.
Yeah,
That's the same thing I did. I jumped for 3 days. Technically, I guess you could say technically 4 because I jumped first day, second day, third day. I didn't even put shoes on, but I had dunks on, so like I could still jump. But I was just like I can't. And then I did the contest on the Thursday, and I did the dunk show layup lines. So technically, I jumped 4 days out of the
It's
four.
worth it. It's worth it.
It was 100% worth it. My body definitely screamed at me after that, but to me, it was worth it. So, but it's just hard to not do or not dunk when you have a bunch of those guys like that there. So
yeah.
It's true.
So, I mean, speaking about like jumping a lot, like in a typical week, like how often do you jump? Like how long are your sessions? How many days? All that.
Um, I don't have like a set like I need to get consistent with it. I want to start actually this well not this week, so I'm resting this week, but the week next week I want to start. I don't have like a consistent like schedule for my sessions, but like I don't know, some weeks I won't dunk, and then other weeks I may dunk, and on occasion I'll dunk twice in a week. Like I said, it needs to be more consistent, but yeah, if it is, I don't know, it's completely random to be honest with you. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's consistent though.
I know you've been doing like quite a bit of shows now, right? Like recently you've
Yeah.
done quite a bit more, so that that kind of throws some unpredictable
Yeah,
parts
it
into it
does.
because
It definitely does.
I know a lot of those can come like last minute, so that
Yeah.
it throws it
Yeah.
off a bit. So
100%.
yeah, so I don't know if you saw the last episode we did. I think it was posted today, like the day of filming this anyway. But it was with this guy named Shunker. He's like the shoe guy basically in dunk community, knows
I
everything.
saw you uploaded it. I didn't see it
Has
yet.
like
Yeah.
70 plus pairs of basketball shoes, literally knows everything. Um, so we were talking about just all shoes yesterday, right? And we were talking about the GT cut line, and Hunter said that that's like, what you wear, and I did notice like, oh wait, I've seen
It
him wear the
is.
ones, the twos, and then I just saw you wear the threes. So like,
Yeah.
is that like what you wear all the time,
It
or?
is. I love those shoes. Uh, ones are the best basketball shoe of all time, and not like
Yeah,
in terms of like legacy or nostalgia. Just they like are, in
yeah.
my opinion, objectively, they're the best shoe of all time. Um, and then the twos were actually kind of mid. The threes I love though. The threes I have 5 pairs of the threes. I love them. They're so
How,
nice.
bro?
Yeah.
You get them for free, or you've
crazy.
been buying them?
I bought 4 of them. I did.
That's
That's
nuts.
crazy.
Yeah.
So how many pairs of the ones did you have? Because I remember you had I
That
can't
was the
remember
only pair. That
I
was the
can't
only
remember what
pair.
they're called, but I remember I got pissed. I saw
Rambunctious
Rod
you
or
wearing them
Raudacious.
outside. Oh,
Audacious?
Raudacious.
That's
Audacious.
what
Yeah.
it is.
I just
I had
remember I
that pair,
got
yeah.
pissed because I saw you wearing them outside. I was like, what is he doing?
I did wear them outside, yeah. So yeah, I just had that pair, but yeah, the ones are the best shoes of all time, 100%. And actually, fun fact, since then I've worn a ton of basketball shoes and tried them on. That's why I stick with the cuts 'cause I like them. But those ones, I got those when I turned 18, and those were the first pair of basketball shoes I ever had. I was dunking in Nike runners on my outdoor court until then.
You're hitting under both the Nike runners.
I did. I did. I did, bro. I was in gym
So-
class.
That's so
Uh,
ridiculous.
they actually weren't that bad though, dude. The lateral stability was
I
pretty
think,
questionable, but everything
yeah,
else was fine.
I think a lot of people think that like just regular shoes are like terrible for jumping, and the thing is like unless you're planting like insanely hard, like it's generally fine. Like I could,
Especially for 1 foot, they were good. Like
yeah.
they were lightweight. They weren't even bad. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I wear Crocs sometimes and hit crazy dunks. I mean,
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
it's
I've
not
done
it's
that
not
too.
really that bad, but obviously some shoes are gonna help you a little bit
Yeah.
more than others.
Yeah, I
So
know another guy, Chris Spell, wears runners as well.
Oh yeah, he does. I was wondering about. I saw him at camp the past couple years. He wears those. I don't even know what they're called. Yeah, he always wears those though. There's
yeah,
runners. It's crazy.
So does Chi, doesn't he, Hunter? It's pretty sure Chi wears something like that too.
Something like that, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think that they're like actually basketball shoes, but like they're definitely some type of like performance shoe or something. So
Yeah. What did you like about the ones? I had a pair. Actually, I had a pair of reps just because I got them for like just to test them out.
that's
And
what these are.
yeah, they were pretty good. The only thing about them
Oh
was they
yeah.
were too big for me and they were just like
Uh,
too heavy. But overall, I mean, they felt crazy. So
yeah, the ones, bro. I don't even know. It's everything combined. Like they had the perfect like stability. They had the drop-in React midsole. They were oh yeah, I heard the one of the most important things people always ask me like, "Oh, what do you look for in a shoe?" It's got to have what's it called? What's like the term that people like low to the ground. There's a term they use for that. What's that called?
low
Court
cut,
feel.
basically.
Court feel,
Or
right?
feel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to have good court feel. If like I hate shoes that like LeBrons are terrible, bro. They literally add like 3 inches. I don't know how people wear those. It's crazy. But yeah, court feel is like the most important thing to me. It's got to be
Yeah.
good court feel.
Yeah. I mean, so have you like you haven't even considered buying another pair? Because I mean, you bought four pairs of threes, so you could have just
I know
bought
I could
one
have just
pair.
bought that one. No, you're right. You're right. I have, but I wear a size 13, so they're usually
Mm,
around like 1,000
that's crazy. Yeah.
at the minimum. So I'm like, yeah, kind of don't want to do that for my one pair of shoes. But yeah,
Yeah. Hit up Shunker and get you some for
yeah,
I mean he could
less than
help you.
that though.
Maybe he probably could.
Oh man,
He
I
could
might have to
help
hit
you
him up.
find
Yeah.
some fake ones for sure.
How are
That's
they?
what
You said
mine
those
are.
are reps. How are they? Have you dunked in them?
Hunter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hunter.
mine are
Yeah.
reps. Yeah, these ones are
Have you
reps.
dunked in them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I dunked them. I think I had a couple sessions like low rim sessions, but I never had a 10 foot session because I
Hmm.
actually started using way wades, so I just thought
Oh,
those were
okay.
better. But
Have you tried
I mean,
waves?
for the
Oh no, I never. I've seen everyone in the dunk community wears them. I feel like though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably saying something. I probably should try them, but I
Yeah.
just haven't gotten around to it yet.
I mean you dunked have you dunked with Crosby? Yeah, you've dunked with Crosby.
Yeah, multiple
Yeah, so
times.
do
Yeah,
you know him pretty well?
I do. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
you should definitely talk to him then because I know he does like he has a ton of like
He
replica
does. Yeah,
ones and I think
yeah.
he like loves the ones
So
and you can get
that
them.
website that he doesn't have size 13.
I wouldn't buy them from there.
No, a different one.
I
Okay.
wouldn't get them from there. Probably like I don't know. You'd have to talk to Shunker probably. Shunker's
Okay.
probably
Yeah.
more than me. But yeah, you could easily get some for like 180, 200.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For
And
sure.
then obviously I saw you wearing the threes. Are those better than the twos? Because I heard
Oh,
very
100,
good
oh,
things about the
100%.
twos.
They're really similar to the ones.
Yeah.
There's
They lighter
I think
though?
they have 100% lighter, yeah. I didn't mind the weight on the ones because everything else was so perfect about them, but these are like really like these are the lightest shoe I've probably ever had, including
Yeah.
like the runners I had. They're really light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them a lot. They're really good. Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I noticed about the ones is that they were like heavy, but the weight was like balanced, so it like didn't really matter.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just about to say like it was like they feel heavy like if you
Yeah,
just
like
put
when
them in
you
your
hold
hand, but
them,
when you
like
have them
compared to two
on,
different shoes, they feel like
yes.
no way I could wear these for basketball. Then when you're wearing them, you like don't even notice it. So
Hmm.
yeah. So I mean, you've hit a lot of insane dunks for sure, but they all look too easy. So I'm wondering, what do you think like your top five dunks that you've done are?
Oh my gosh. I actually three of them are off the backboard. Off the backboard under both, off the backboard. Let me list them. Behind the back, off the backboard Scorpion. Um, oh, and then other than that, dude, I don't know. I feel like they're all pretty. I mean, they're all pretty like normal after that. Like, well, not normal, but stuff we've all seen before. So those are probably the best three, though.
I would say
You've
360
done
East Bay's up there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That
360
360
under
speed
both
I just hit Hunter. That one.
Yes, the
That's
bounce
number
one.
four. Yeah,
between
Yeah,
the
he
like self
bounced.
bounce.
He hit. Yeah, best self bounce 360 East Bay.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I did it actually. I did it like you guys know.
between the
Trey
legs
Parker.
self bounce.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did that.
yeah, I
Yeah, and then I
see.
did 360s, but that was hard. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that one's probably number four. Yeah,
and you've hit 360 under both before, haven't you?
I have one time. Yeah, that time's hard, bro.
That
It's
one's
hard though.
probably up there too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be number five. There you go. There's top
And
five.
there's one more I was remembering.
Off.
360.
Another under both, but off one under both. That one I've hit that once too.
Oh yeah, I saw
That
that
one
one.
as
It was
well. Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
nice.
And then
You know
like
what you got to try?
What's up?
Under both Scorpion.
Dude,
Oh,
you could do
dude.
that. You could.
I probably could, yeah.
Have you done between scorpion before?
I've done between scorpion multiple times.
Okay. Yeah.
Never done under both though.
You could do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one I was
100%.
gonna say that I think you've hit. Have you hit a off the backboard 360 reverse windmill?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I need to
Really?
try that one. I need
I
to try
think
that
I
one.
think that one would feel supernatural. I've just like
Yeah.
based off watching some of your other
I did
stuff.
it in a low rim session with Josh Dunks last week.
Maybe
Or was that
maybe
last week?
that's
Yeah,
maybe
last week.
that's why I saw it. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
I saw it.
It was pretty nice, but yeah, I definitely need to try that on a 10 foot. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to ask one thing. So
Mhm.
I know that a lot of people have been trying this. Obviously, in Missouri, you got I'm gonna say pretty close to it, but the bounce dunk.
Oh
So let's talk.
yeah,
We're gonna talk about that one. So
let's do it.
do you think that you can hit that very very soon? And I know you've been trying for a long time, so that's definitely one that's like will definitely break the internet to whoever does it. But
Yeah.
I mean, from what
What
I've
do you
looked at, I
mean?
mean,
Dexton already did it.
Yeah. Bro
um,
already hit it.
but do you think like because I personally I think you would be the first one to do it, honestly.
I feel like
But
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I had to pick
It's
one person, I'd say you. Or like I feel like if Kilgannon or Isaiah like dedicated like 10 sessions to it, it's possible. But I feel like
yeah.
based on the attempts I've seen, you're probably the closest. I can't even think of anyone else.
Dan
I really.
Gross,
Oh yeah, no, Dan. So I was gonna say, I think. I mean, from what I've seen, like I said, I think yeah, you're right. Jordan and Isaiah, if they really tried, they would probably hit it, but they're not right now. Yeah, me or Dan's probably the best bet, but I would have to dedicate, like you said, it'd have to be. I wouldn't be able to practice any of my other dunks. I'd have to be
Yeah.
like 5 sessions straight of just that, and I'd have to be flying too. I couldn't be fatigued, and then like I kind of want to do that though, because like you said, that'd break like the internet, but oh man, it's not necessarily luck, but like I don't know, it's hard, man. You gotta get that. Everything has to
yeah,
be
dude.
perfect, dude.
I
Like,
was about to say everything has to be perfect. So
because Hunter, I know you saw when I tried it. That was the first attempt too, by the way, Dylan. That attempt you saw was the
yes,
Yeah, I
first
saw
one,
that.
and then after that, it would just went
oh,
to like it was terrible. Like Hunter saw the
yeah,
rest; they were all like way off.
yeah,
That's
Like,
how it was. I've tried it before on like 8 feet, and
yeah,
like I'll have attempts where I'm just like super close, and then like the next one just like doesn't even get up in time, or
mhm,
like, and I'm talking like I have the ball completely pumped up, like my form is like
yeah,
basically perfect, and it's like still like I've hit almost every single dunk possible on low rims before, and like that's one that I think I've kind of hit like one time, and it was like
yeah.
questionable. So it's like it's
Right.
so it's so difficult. I think it's definitely possible, but like you said, like literally everything would need to be perfect. And yeah, again, you'd have to dedicate a lot of time to it or just get like lucky basically.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
pretty
to
much.
avoid
But yeah,
that.
I think I'm gonna keep trying for sure. Like I said, I don't know if it's gonna be consistent, although it would be cool to be the first one to hit it. But I don't know. I definitely want to keep trying with them. I will, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan, do you want to stop it quick and restart? Because we have 3 minutes.
Oh yeah. I forgot to tell you, but
Mhm.
that was positive. All right, so we just talked about the bounce dunk, obviously one of the craziest dunks ever, probably the craziest dunk ever. So obviously that's on kind of like your list of goals for dunks. Like what else do you got on there? Like what other dunks you trying to hit before you retire?
I didn't really have a goal up until 2 weeks ago now, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Hunter and I were talking, and he asked me the same thing. He said, what's like your main dunk that you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, just whatever. And he was like kind of saying something out, and you kind of pushed me into it a little bit more. And I was like, fine. I was like, off the backboard 360 under both, and he was like, okay. So I mean, I guess that's my goal now. I guess I've done that for
What?
myself.
That is
Yeah, so
insane.
Dude,
that's my
if he
goal.
hits that, bro.
That would be crazy. I've definitely never seen that one.
I
Seen
don't I don't
Yeah,
think I don't think anyone's ever done that. If they have,
no,
it'd be left right, and it'd be Kilgannon. Has Isaiah done it?
no,
No.
definitely not. No, nobody's done it.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Then that
I
one. Yeah.
mean, yeah, I think you should definitely make a list because with your hand speed, you could do so much stuff. Like,
literally.
I need to start seeing you try some of that. But
Send me a list, Dylan. Send me a list.
I
that
got you
me
too. We
and
we
Hunter
we
will
we,
work
we
on
can we
that.
can cook up some things.
I can
So another thing is
easily
have you
get
ever hit
like
the win
20, 30
before?
times.
Have I ever hit the win?
The win off a wall?
No, I've never hit win off 2 feet. I've hit it off 1 foot a few times,
I
but
know.
never
Yeah,
2 feet.
I
Yeah.
in Missouri, I know you talked about the
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
off of
Yeah.
one, but are you gonna try attempting that though? Because that's a
Dude,
dunk that I would love to see.
I can try. It's really hard. I feel like really uncomfortable with the
Oh,
timing. I don't know why. It's so weird.
dude,
No, yeah,
it's
it's
definitely
totally
tough.
normal.
It's
It's
weird,
one
man.
of the craziest. It's so difficult. We were just talking to Connor about it the other day, and
Yeah.
basically like if you can do the win off the wall, like you could do like multiple other win variations.
Uh-huh.
Connor was talking about like the win into a behind the back, which he's like gotten very close to before. Like I think that's totally doable. Like you could do win two-hander, win two-hand reverse. Like there's so many things that you could do. It's just really just the lob and whether you can get that lob right and the timing right. Um,
I think he's
I-
right though. I think off the wall would definitely be the better way to do it. Now I'm thinking about it because I've
Yeah,
tried it off like the thing Jordan Kilgannon does, whatever he does, like the
yeah,
backward spin. That dude, that messes me up so much. I literally tried
yeah.
it twice. I
That's
like landed
so
on the ball once. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this, bro.
that's
So
how I've
yeah.
been trying it on lower rims, but yeah, it's
yeah.
definitely like it's so unpredictable. Actually, today I was trying to do the win behind the back thing. And I think I threw like 100 to 200 lobs, and I probably only committed to like five of them because it was just like,
Yeah.
kid didn't commit to it, bring it back, do it again. Like it's so ridiculous. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I've actually been close to the win off the backboard. So I had somebody throw the ball off the backboard, and then I just do the win that way. I front rimmed that twice now.
Like
that
it
was
So
bounces on the
really good.
ground, like off the
yeah,
backboard. It
so basically, you have somebody on the side, so like on the right side, the
yeah.
backboard's here. You're kind of like here, and you just throw it off the backboard. You let it bounce, and then you
Oh,
just
okay.
go and do it. So that's the timing with that is even harder than off the wall because you have no control over the
Right.
ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, Nolan Larson, one of the guys on my dunk TV, actually hit it, and he's 5'9", and he's hit
That's
it off the
crazy.
wall
Five
too.
nine.
Like it's crazy, dude.
That's
Like,
crazy. That's crazy.
but like that's another one. If you don't have like a wall, but if you have somebody that can throw it, you can do it that way. Or have you seen Dan Gross with the he shot the
Dude,
ball,
I saw
or
that's
he
crazy. I
throws it
saw that.
off the he throws it, bounces off the ground, bounces off the backboard, then does it. Like
I
that's ridiculous.
He's different, bro.
I think he said on one of them too. This is hella random, but he was in a blue shirt. He said he did it first try too on one of them. I was like, what? When he went, he shot like a 3-pointer and he did it first try through the net. I was like, what? Yeah, yeah. It was on his Instagram. I was like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. I mean I saw that and I was like, oh, he's probably just gonna do like a windmill or something because I've never seen
Yeah.
anyone do anything that crazy out of a swish. And then I was like saw his leg come up and I was like, there's no way he's about to make this. But
He
that was
punches
just
it.
yeah, that was one of the most ridiculous dunks I've ever seen. Dan has been going crazy. I wish he could be
Yes, man.
healthy all the time.
That's
He's
someone who I've never
Yes.
dunked with who I want to dunk with.
same.
That's something
Yeah.
I want to definitely see him in person. Like that's
Yeah.
definitely somebody on my list. Obviously, wanted to see you. Finally got to see that. So, and actually, we kind of talked a little bit like way like almost like a year ago, I think,
Yeah.
about like
Yeah.
setting up like a session or something like that.
We
And then
did.
obviously it kind of finally just fell into place. So,
Hmm.
but
Worked out well.
yeah, but kind of want to backtrack a little bit back to like your breaks and stuff. So like, does it take long for you to get back to kind of like where you were at beforehand, or like, is it just kind of like natural to
Specifically,
like be back the
specifically
ten
like the
months,
super long break. Yeah.
the 10 month one?
Nah, and it's actually crazy too. Like, so it actually didn't take long at all. So actually, that same day, I had a phone call with John. I actually went to the park and dunked, and it was cold, but it was like maybe like 40s, high 40s. Oh, it wasn't that cold, but you know what I'm saying? Like it was colder,
Yeah,
cold to be dunking. And after I hit my 10-month break, I was like, I was just so determined to come back. I did yeah, I made it. I like it was one of those. I don't even know how to explain. You know how like if you're not quite close enough, like you don't fully dunk it with like your hand. It like I just kind of like dropped the ball in. I just kind of like dropped it in. I didn't really like dunk it. I mean, my hand was over the rim, but I like just dropped it in. It wasn't like a clean dunk. I did a J Rich though, my first session back. So anything, I'm not sure like how long it'll take for everyone, but yeah, I did a J Rich after that. Yeah.
that's
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 crazy.
actually insane. Like, I feel like if I did that, I wouldn't even be able to dunk again for a while.
Oh, I thought that. No, I thought that too. I was like, I don't even know. I was like, I know I can normal dunk, like still just like normal one hand, two hand. I didn't think I was going to be able to do anything after that. And then I just got warmed
Yeah,
up, I guess, and I could. Yeah.
but like I
That's
just feel
crazy.
like with your bounce, it's like almost like natural. Like, yeah, you didn't grow up like playing basketball or anything, but like
Hmm.
from what you're saying, like you don't lift a lot, you don't really jump a lot, but you jump extremely high and you punch everything. Like you dunk hard, your hand speed's crazy. So I think it's almost like a natural thing to have for you. It seems like to me at least. I don't know if you feel the same way about that, but
Yeah, I don't really know. I just do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess, yeah, I think it
a
is,
lot of a
yeah.
lot of people will just like take an example like you and just say like, oh, it's just genetics, but like you had to like actually do something to like actualize those genetics. So
Exactly,
I
yeah.
mean, if you wouldn't have jumped as a kid, like in my opinion, there's no shot
No,
you are what you
I
are
would not
today.
have. Uh-uh.
So, I mean, yeah, I do
You're
think
right.
everything you do does look supernatural, and I do think like it's pretty insane that you can like go that long and then come back and be basically, right back right away. But
Yeah,
yeah, I do think that like all that stuff you did before is like the reason you could do that. And
I
like
100% agree. Yeah,
especially with just the muscle memory, like you've done so many reps of those dunks and with the form of just typical jump technique, so that's probably why you were still able to do all that. Just kind of
yeah,
clicked. But yeah, I mean, for someone that hadn't jumped as much as you, I think it would take much longer probably. But since you had so many
100%.
reps already, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of going back to goals again. So, do you have any certain type of goals with like events or contests or anything like that? I know there's one coming up. I won't specify, so because I know about it, but I'm not going to specify. But do you have any like goals about anything like that?
Yeah, or no, nothing like specific. I just want to keep doing them. I guess like internationally, I want to win a championship, so or like be a dunk champion. So I could so yeah, I guess just win an international contest, yeah. So I guess short-term goals, I'm gonna win that one, and then I'm gonna beat you when I see you in Edmonton, Hunter.
Oh
That's my
my
short term.
gosh, bro.
That's my short term
Yeah,
goals.
I'm actually gonna talk about that story right now. So we were so obviously, if you guys didn't know, we dunked in Missouri together. So all of a sudden we're just in our session. We just all of a sudden he just walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, you gonna? I know you're going to Utah camp, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're gonna win the contest there?" I'm like, "Well, I'm obviously gonna try to." He's like, "Well, if you do, you're up against me." And then he just goes up for a dunk. I don't know what dunk it was, but like he just goes up and dunks, and he probably made it. I'll just like, and
Oh
I'm just
man.
sitting there like, what is going on? Like, like I'm just in disbelief. I'm like, so you're telling me if I win the Utah camp, I have to go up against this guy?
Hey, don't
You
So
got
worry, you
that.
can just do double ups and win FIBA. So
You
that's what he
could.
was
No,
saying
that's
too.
what I said. Yeah. I was like, if you are, you'll probably beat me actually, because the judges will give you straight tens for your dunks, double ups. Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah. So I guess short term goals, yeah, win international. And other than that, I just want to keep doing it. No like specific goals. Have fun with it. I love doing it.
yeah. So I mean, I think there's basically two types of dunkers, or like that are serious about dunking, in my opinion. Um, there's like dunkers like, I mean, Chris Staples basically is a pretty good example that just like, does contests like super consistent with some dunks. And there's guys like Kilgannon that just like constantly like push what's possible and like create new dunks. So like,
Hmm.
which one of those would you say you are kind of in between or whatever?
Yeah, actually, I would sit in between. I'm always open to try new dunks. I love adding to my bag. Like the first time I do them, it feels so nice, dude. Like after
Yeah,
hitting a
it's the
new
best
dunk, and
feeling in
you're
the
like, oh
world.
my god, I can do that now. Now I can start doing that.
Yeah,
But obviously, I'm not going to stop doing the ones I'm doing. That's not happening. So yeah, kind of in the middle, I would say.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't have a goal like him to create 100,000 new
yeah,
dunks. So, but I mean, I'll hit all the ones he hit. I'll do that. Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm not creating any. Yeah, and maybe if it happens naturally, right?
well,
yeah,
I mean, I don't know if it's creating a dunk, but you could be the first one to hit the 360 under both off the
Yeah,
backboard.
that's
So
true.
I mean,
That's
I know
true.
that's
Yeah,
obviously that's a dunk that's like possible, but like I don't know if it's
yeah,
technically creating it because it's
right.
maybe
Yeah.
you're the first person on 10
Have
if you do it.
you
So
have you tried 360 reverse East Bay off the backboard?
No, I haven't tried on 10 foot. I did it on nine pretty easily. I, I feel like the gap between the two, it's like a huge gap. Like I feel like
Yeah,
for me personally, the one on 10, I feel like within a few sessions I'll hit it. Actually, I'll start that next week. It won't be too crazy. I probably won't get it right away, but it won't be that hard. But then under both is going to be like a lot of work. That's going to be if to
yeah,
hit that, that'd be insane. Like
that one's
the
super
gap is
tough.
massive between them. Yeah,
yeah, because
Yeah,
just under both is just already a hard enough dunk with all
right.
the flexion and just the lob has to be perfect. Like you have to just get underneath the legs like perfectly and stuff like
yeah,
that. It's such a tough dunk. Like yeah, I've hit it twice, but it's just like it's just so hard. Like if there's been plenty of times where like Dylan said before, I'm jumping extremely high that day, but my technique just sucks. And then there's sometimes where I'm jumping extremely low, my technique's good, but I still don't hit it. But just like
Mm.
it's one of the hardest dunks to do. Like obviously there's really really hard ones, but just like a transfer like that's one of the hardest. So
Your first attempt at Missouri, you almost smashed it. That would have been gross. That would have been your best one. You literally
probably
like backed him, and
100%.
you did it. You did it. You backed him to hard too. Like there was some
Yeah,
power on that. You almost had it. Yeah.
I had a I think I had a front I think I had two front rims and a back rim.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
I've only tried under both like 3 times. That one in what month was
was
that?
it Winona?
Oh, in Winona, yeah, I backroomed it. Oh, not really backroomed it, but it was like backboard backroom. I could have hit it in Winona, but that was 910 too, so pretty low. But what was it? The last time I dunked with Hunter, had a decent attempt on 910 and a half. I kind of lost it.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's probably my goal for dunk camp, I guess, under both. But honestly, just hit it between legs and I'll be happy. So really anything. Any new dunk.
So, I
for
like it.
sure.
Yeah. So going back to that break, like what made you take that break and like what kind of got you to come back? I know you already kind of talked about John a little bit, but
Yeah, actually, he he hit me up at a perfect time because I was talking to one of my oldest friends. He's actually we go like literally way back. We went to high school together, and we were in the same gym class where I hit my first dunk. I actually didn't know him up until I did that. Then we've been best friends since. But I didn't know him. But up until that, he was always trying to dunk too. And I was like, "Who is this guy, bro?" Like I was like, "He can't be the only one." So I was trying it. We were kind of having a little friendly competition. But yeah, he was. I was talking to him at the time, and I was kind of like, okay, I think I'm ready to come back. I need to get back into it. So John couldn't he literally just called me one day. I didn't even know the number because my friend gave it to him. I was like, I don't even know. I was like, who is this? And I just answered, and he was like, hey, is this Donovan? I'm like, yeah. He's like, this is John Evans. I was like, what the hell? So sorry. So yeah, so yeah, that's that, man. Couldn't have been a better time. I was already
yeah.
considering it, so it really worked out well.
Yeah.
Oh, as far as when I was so from that time from March 22 to like February, March-ish 23, reason I stopped was actually for like some mental health stuff. But then I ended up after I kind of was doing that towards the end of the year in 22, I was just like, well, yeah, I mean, now I've kind of screwed myself, so I can't really go back. And then John was talking to me, and he was like, no, you easily can. So that
Yeah.
really helped. But yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Definitely worked out pretty well. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, going off like social media, I know you're not like, you don't like post like a ton of stuff on social media, but like what are your like do you have goals for social media or is that just kind of like, you know, something that
It's
happens based on how good you
Yeah,
dunk basically?
exactly. It's just an added bonus. I just like being a part of the dunk community, and is like I said, if I do something crazy like the bounce dunk, I sure hope it goes viral. But anything other than that, I just like being a part of the community. So yeah,
That would for sure go viral. If it doesn't, that the internet's stupid.
it's rigged.
Algorithm is dumb. Yeah.
I mean, Dexton's
Um.
fake one probably has like a billion combined views, so with all
You're
the
probably
views
yeah,
you made
actually.
off of it. So
Imagine the real one.
there's no way
Yeah.
people probably think it's fake though.
Oh, probably yeah. Or they're gonna say the rim's not 10 foot. Oh, dude, that's
Yeah.
something I wanted to
I
mention.
saw
Yes.
that
Yes.
comment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
There's
dude, I
so
feel
much
like
discussion on Billy's channel after that.
oh my gosh, dude. I literally I don't know what it is, but it's not even because of my height. Like I am pretty tall, like 6'3" and a half. But like it's not even because of my height. And it's not like I do jump high, but I mean there's plenty of other people who jump high who are similar height to me. I feel like I get the most like hate for being like on like oh that's not a 10-foot rim. Like literally like
Yeah, for
Connor
sure.
Barth, there's a perfect example. I feel like nobody ever questions them. Like, no, that's good. And me, I post like the same, like a similar thing, and they're like, oh, it's not 10. Aren't we like the same height?
Yeah, he's
He's
six
six
Yeah.
four.
six
Okay, a
four.
little
Six
bit taller.
four.
Yeah, he's even taller. See, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I can never. Maybe it's like the way I look in the air. I don't know. It's got to be something, but
No,
I
I
don't really
would I
care.
would
I
just
used
say
to care
it's
about that. Yeah.
I would just say it's the way you just make it look everything look easy. I mean, that's what
Yes,
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
looks effortless, and you
the
punch
biggest thing.
everything. So people are like, probably can't punch it like that when it's if it's 10 feet. Like,
But
Yeah.
also,
but no, he can.
yeah, but also that angle of Josh uses like the one that's like straight on. It
Oh
does
yeah. Yeah.
it does kind of make the rim look low. I gotta
Yeah.
get you to stop using that, Hunter. Maybe
I
get you a little bit from the side at least. Um,
always put mine to the side. Yeah, I try to.
yeah, I like it like right left side, but yeah, I mean the
Mm.
the centered one. does look a little bit low sometimes, especially if it's
Yeah.
like really rim level. But
So even to another dunker, it looks low. So imagine how
that's
like to the
that's just
average
a
person,
that's just a like the thing is that's the most legit angle. Like it's the most
it
legit,
is.
but it just looks the craziest sometimes,
Yeah.
especially if it's a bit lower. So
Right.
yeah,
So I kind of want to go back to like some goals.
Mm.
Is
yeah. As we
there
wrap it
anybody
up,
in particularly that you want to dunk with? Like I know you said Dan is one of them, but is there anybody else that you really want to like dunk with that you've seen, or any even amateurs? Like obviously, probably Dylan's one of them
Mm.
now.
Oh
But
yeah,
like,
it
is there
is now.
anybody like?
I suck.
Was there any like big name people? Obviously, some amateurs. Like, is there just who do you really want to dunk with in the near future?
Man, that's a hard question. I don't know. Because I like dunking with everybody. So like when we have big sessions, it's literally like the best. I love seeing everyone dunk. I find like I don't know. I really just love dunking with everybody in the dunk community. So it's hard. It really is hard to say. I don't have a specific person. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to dunk with them. I guess you could say Dan, but it's not like I'm putting him, on a pedestal above everyone. I truly want to dunk with everyone, so I don't really care. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Both Minnesota, we got good gyms and stuff.
Yeah. There you
I'll
go.
drive up. Don't worry. It's the same
Exactly.
distance as Missouri. Actually, it's a
Oh,
little
there you
bit
go.
less, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I've
Hunter
already been
told
to
me
Minnesota 3 times.
Hunter told me he was going to Missouri, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds close, Minnesota, Missouri." And then I looked, and it was like
Nah,
13 hours, and I was like,
definitely a lot further.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe not that one, but yeah, definitely I'll be at Wisconsin. So if you come to that, I'll be there.
Nice. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, as we wrap it up here, just like, um, yeah, like what is this year looking like for Donovan? What do you got going on?
Man. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe some international stuff here soon. But hopefully to continue to do contests the rest of the year. Hopefully I get the chance to go to Wisconsin dunk camp. I got some stuff planned for over the same time as Utah, so I can't make that one. I've never been to Utah. I want to go one of these years because it looks crazy. But
Yeah, there's it's the meta of dunk camp.
it
Everyone goes
is.
Actually,
somewhere.
It really
I do
is.
I do want to ask about dunk camp. Like, did you know about dunk camp in 2018 or 19 or like? So did you ever like know about it, or is it just recently that you kind of found out about that?
No, I knew about it. Not when I first started. It would have been like 2019 or 2020. Oh, not 2020. But or maybe that year is when I saw the previous year, you know what I'm saying? But I think I knew about it. I don't really recall, but I think I knew about it. I hold myself to a pretty high pedestal. It's a pretty high standard. So I wasn't gonna go unless I'm better than everyone, so I wasn't gonna go. So yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna go. I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, I can't, I'm nowhere near this, so I'm not going. I didn't even like consider it, so I knew about it though.
Okay.
Dude, Duncan was. I'm so glad I went last year. That was so fun.
Yeah.
It
I
really
mean,
was.
the thing about dunk camp that I love probably the most that I don't think a lot of people realize is it's not just like, you go for a couple hours, 4 days in a row, and you just like dunk and you just learn the whole time.
Mm,
There's so much free time that you can just like spend with
yes.
like people. And the thing that's like so different is that like, I mean, dunking is like getting bigger, but it's still like such a niche thing that like, you can't I think about dunking like half the day basically. Like I'm like always thinking about stuff, like always having new dunk ideas, stuff like that. And so like being able to like talk to people that like, are basically the same is like just super cool. And that's basically everything that dunk camp is. And then again, like it's not just like those few hours that you're at camp, like, you go back to the hotel, go have dinner, like all that. It's like literally 4 days, 4 full
Yeah.
days straight, sometimes five of just like talking to people who love the same things as you. So that's what's really cool about it. But
Yep.
yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, what are your training goals for this year too? Are you I assume you're
Ooh.
still on THP, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Most
Mm.
definitely.
So you're gonna be training with them, like
Yep.
lifting. You're gonna try to
Oh yeah.
lift or
So
more.
most my training goals, I don't have. I probably should for it to be like an actual goal. No time frame, but I want to hit 405 back squat and 315 front. And then again, this is longer down the road, especially because I don't even know the technique well fully. But I want to hit 275 power. That'd be
That's
nice.
what I was gonna
Those are like
say.
my three goals. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think those are totally doable.
Yeah.
Especially with just like as you do it more. I know you haven't been doing it for like super long. The
Mhm.
fact that you've been doing it for like half a year and you've already gotten to like 385 is insane by itself. So getting to 405 probably won't take too much longer than that. But yeah, definitely by the end of the year, I think you could hit all those, especially as you continue to get better at power cleans. But
Right.
So, I mean, kind of going off of like the lifting stuff and dunking. So, are you just trying to be as consistent as possible now? Because I know you kind of were like on off. You had that really big break. You obviously talking to you right now. You kind of were like, yeah, I just want to have consistent sessions. Like, are you just gonna really try like basically trying to be as consistent as possible and just be the best dunker you can possibly be?
Yeah, yeah. I think I like that. Yeah. Like I said, couple times I've taken some breaks. I said I even when I took the break, so I was still like watching you guys, watching the community. Well, I was obviously wasn't participating, but I was watching. I never like stopped watching dunking, so I always was a part of the community, you could say, even when I wasn't doing it. So yeah, I just be consistent, man. Just keep doing it because I love doing it, like we all do. I mean, nothing crazy.
For sure.
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's pretty good. You got any more questions, Hunter?
I think I'm good right now.
I
So
got a
obviously, if
question
it
for
were,
Hunter.
oh, all right.
Actually, it's not a. Oh, it is a question. Hunter, when are you gonna hit your next under both? It's got to be next session, man. It's got to be. Come on.
Oh man, I know it's been so long, dude. There's been so many close attempts. It's just the biggest thing is like my back usually hurts after I do a lot. So like
Yeah.
I try hitting every session unless I'm like
Yeah.
obviously having a really bad jumping day. But I mean, it's just for me, it's just such a hard dunk for me just because the lob has to be perfect. Because I know you catch everything off two, I
I
catch on
do.
one. So it's like it's even hard. I'm making it almost harder on myself, but I just naturally go up with one. So
Right.
um, but I mean, I've been close so many. Like I should have at least five. I feel like, but um, again, I'm on the John Evans special right now, so
Are you?
lifted pretty heavy right now. But I'm gonna be deloading in about a week or two, so try and fly for camp. So hopefully by camp. But
Nice, nice.
I mean, obviously that was funny enough. That was my dunk goal when I first started. I hit it within a year,
Oh, yeah,
and then obviously my big goal is under both off the backboard. Like that's my next really big one. So
that's a big go. That's a good one. And
yeah,
I
so
same thing for Dylan. What can I see on your Instagram or YouTube next? What are you going for next? New dunk. What's your next new dunk you're working on?
Um, Last month or so, haven't been able to hit too much just because I've been lifting like super heavy, kind of like he
Mm,
said, not the John Evans special, but the Tom Barnes, Austin Young special. So, I mean, yeah, I'm in the same boat pretty much, but yeah, I'm deloading next week, so
oh,
should
oh
get
man,
couple good sessions
that's
before
gonna get
camp.
scary.
Yeah. So, I mean, really the biggest thing for me is just get like East Bay consistent. Like
Mm,
that's kind of my goal right now. Just because that's like one of the advanced dunks that everyone kind of looks at as like one of the crazier dunks.
mm.
So that's definitely probably my
How
biggest goal is just to get that consistent.
how's your behind the back looking? I don't think I've seen you attempt it that much or at all.
Um, there was one session like randomly a while back where I got really close to it, and then I've
Yeah,
just tried it on and off. The thing is like when I do it on 9 feet. I hit it like every single time. Like it's so easy. Off lob, the same way I do it on 10 feet. But then when I do it on 10 feet, for some reason, like my form just goes to crap and I can't do it. So,
yeah,
I've back rimmed it like 10 times though. I mean, I could honestly hit it like any given day, but I would just have to attempt it the whole time. And I just get so pissed off that the ball flies out of my hands that I just don't try it. So, but yeah, I think behind the back's definitely up there. 360 space up there, but I'm gonna need to get my off dribble way better before that,
yeah.
obviously. Backboard between the legs, I've been decently close to. Then, like I said, like under both, maybe put
Mm.
my elbow in the rim or something.
And I don't
Let's
know.
see.
I don't know if you guys are like if we have a time limit, but I have one more question for you, Dylan. I was talking to a Josh when I met him just last week, a couple weeks. What was that? 2 weeks ago now.
two
How does
weeks,
it?
yeah.
2 weeks ago, yeah. How does it? Well, I know it's your natural plant, but like, does left right feel right to you? Like, correct? Does left right feel correct to you? Does it feel comfortable when you're doing hand movements and everything, or no?
Yeah, so I mean, when I started, when I like if I go back to watching like videos of me when I'm like
Yeah,
10, 11 years old dunking on 7.5. I was all over the place. Like I did every jump plant, like without even really realizing it. But one of the first people that I met and talked to in the dunk community was Jordan Kilgannon. So I kind of like modeled my technique after him basically. And so I've watched him more than anybody probably. And yeah, I mean that's kind of just how I learned all the dunks. And then like last year probably like literally yeah, a year from today backwards. I started experimenting with some right left and I actually got pretty decent at it. Like I back rim some windmills
Oh,
back
yeah.
then, but it doesn't like I'm so much slower when I go right left. It's literally just,
Mm,
muscle memory though. Haven't done as much. So
yeah.
yeah, I'd say right now left, right feels way better, but yeah, that's just kind of always been what I've done, so that's kind of why.
Okay, gotcha. I was wondering. I mean, I've tried left right before, but it feels so awkward. So
Yeah,
I was wondering
Yeah,
with like the
I
right
saw you
hand.
doing some
Right
in
hand.
the lower.
Oh,
So
Josh. Yeah, I actually kind of had like a 2 or 3 month span where I actually like almost spammed left right, and
yeah.
I
you
actually
would
I
almost
got actually
switch.
got I actually got up to E span on 9, 10 and a half.
Dude, what? I
Yeah.
That's hard. I could definitely windmill right now. I don't know if I could use split up. That's like it would be so uncoordinated.
You probably
Man.
could, to be honest, but
My penultimate step is negative. Like it's so
Yeah,
bad.
it's like
that's how my
it
right
goes
left
Like
is
it's
backwards.
too.
dude, it's not existent. Like it's
That's how
like
my
I
right
already have a
left is
problem with my
too.
right left right now, like trying to extend it, but left right literally looks like I'm probably less than Travis because I know Travis has a really small one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure mine's less than his.
Yeah, yeah, my
Nice.
right left is insanely short, but
Hmm. Do you ever do 1 foot? Like on low room? Or at all
I
No.
even?
on low rim, yeah, I'm actually pretty crazy off 1 foot on low rim
Are
too.
you? That's so yeah.
Yeah, I mean I can do just about everything off 1 foot, but as
Ooh,
soon as
nice.
I'm talking like 8 feet. On 9 feet, I can do like all the like easier stuff. Like I can do twin legs behind the back, the wind, like just typical stuff, 360
Right.
scoop. Can almost do like under both inverter stuff like that. But as
Hmm.
soon as I go to 10 feet, like just nothing. I mean, I can do one-handers pretty much any day that I want to if I give it enough tries and it feels good. But then I also have days where I just can't do anything at all. So yeah.
I definitely feel that. I mean, I
And
used to be a
also,
1 foot jumper, so
yeah.
I
And
did as
also
well.
every time I jump off 1 foot, I jump off my left foot. For some reason, every single time I jump off of my left foot, the next day my right knee hurts, which makes no sense.
Interesting.
I think it's something about my second to last
landing
step or my
that
no,
or
I think is I
landing.
land on my left foot. I jump off my left and land on my left. So I think it's a step before, but I have no clue. Might be the drag too. It's super weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, my 1 foot kind of like it's on and off. Like I'll have spurts where like I'm like I've hit I think 2 or 3 East Bays now off one. But then there's sometimes where it's just like it's so bad that I can barely even one hand. Like it's just so on and off. And I
Yeah.
just don't do it enough anymore. It's not consistent at all. Like I'll just do it casually. But
Yeah.
definitely one dunk I do want to do off of one is the win for sure, which I hit on 9-6. But or I think I back rimmed like twice on 9-6. I don't think I actually hit it, but that's definitely like another kind of dunk goal that I want
Yeah.
off of one. But like obviously one's not my main, so
Yeah. The funny thing is when I try trick dunks on like 10 or 9, 10, I guess, when I was in Winona, I actually tried some like stuff off 1 foot. And I actually got like I touched the rim on a win. Not touched it, like I like got to like here on a win attempt, but like obviously, and I only hit a one-hander. Like I couldn't even do a two-hander. So it's like my hand speed for everything is like really good, but I just had
Mhm.
zero bounce. So if I prioritize it, it could probably be decent, but I just don't know if I'm gonna do that
Gotcha.
because of the pain that comes with it. But yeah,
You guys already got your dunks planned for the Utah contest?
I
You
do
guys got to know
not.
what you're
actually,
doing. You guys got to know
I
what you're doing. Come
know.
on.
I
I actually got to
gotta
figure
I
that
gotta
out
figure it
because
out. Yeah,
I'm
I gotta
doing
figure it out.
I'm gonna do 10 this year.
Nah, Dylan's lying. He already knows what dunks he's doing.
I actually have no clue. Last year, I don't know if you saw it, but I actually won the 9 foot last year.
I did see that. Yeah.
Um, and going into that, like I had a completely different plan. The thing about the dunk camp dunk contest is that they do like different formats, So like last year was
Yeah.
like they did like the power dunks the first 2 rounds or something like that. So that kind of really threw me off.
Oh
I,
yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
but yeah, so I did the upside down dunk or whatever first try, and
Mhm.
that kind of automatically wins whatever you do. So
I
that's
remember
pretty.
my first time seeing you. I was like, it was a video of you. Oh, where it was, I don't think it was your video. It was someone else's video of dunk camp. I don't know if it was 23 or if it was 22. I think
Probably
it was last
23.
year. I think
It's
so.
probably 23. I was
I
never
remember, yeah, and I
22.
remember somebody was like, I think it was 9 foot. You know, it was a lower. I'm pretty sure it was 9 foot. And you were going like
Academics.
crazy. Like, oh yeah,
Academics.
yeah, oh
Posted it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was Billy. And I was like, dude, what is this? Wait, what'd you do? You did something crazy. It wasn't a normal dunk. You did something wild. What'd you do?
It's called an inverted scorpion. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
basically like dunk it upside down. It looks so wild, but
I was like, this is crazy, bro. Yeah.
yeah. If
First
I
time seeing
could
Hunter, I was like, who's this skinny kid jumping crazy?
if I could hold on to the cuff better, I think I could get decently close on 10 feet right now. Like
Yeah.
I can like easily grab the rim in like that upside down position, but it's just like holding onto the ball.
Do you see that
But
European guy hit it on like 9.6 or 9.8 or something? What was it?
the
Wasn't
360
it
maybe?
360? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, it was that
Yeah.
1 foot too, right?
Yeah. He hit it on 9.6. Didn't,
Yeah.
didn't specify the rim height, which
Yeah.
I thought he hit it on 10. And I was disappointed to hear it was 9.6, but
Yeah.
still
Still pretty
crazy.
crazy. You're
I
gonna get it before him. Trust.
maybe. I did it on 9 feet like that too, the like 360,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I was off 2 feet, so I was actually first person to ever do that off two
Right.
feet that high. But
That's
yeah,
nice.
I got a crazy story from dunk camp with me and Dylan.
Oh yeah.
So me going into dunk camp 2023. I didn't think I was like that good. Like I just recently hit an East Bay for my first time ever before 2023 camp, and my plan was going into it, go doing the 9 foot contest. and
Oh.
then and then I dunked the first day and like nobody knew who I was except for like a couple people. And then everybody was just like, dude, you need to do the 10 foot contest. I was like, dude, there's no way I'm doing the 10 foot contest. And then so there was another funny like thing. So obviously I did the 10 foot, but then
Yeah.
was it Dylan? Was it day one or day two that I went
it
over
was
by
day
you on
one.
9 foot?
Yeah,
So day one, I was dunking on like the 10 foot rim or whatever it was, and then I went over to the 9 foot rim with Dylan there and stuff like that. And I just did a simple one hand, or sorry, I just did a simple 2 foot windmill and like punched the crap out of it. Dylan says my neck was over the rim. I think my head was just at it, but and then
Ooh.
he just pushes me over back to the pro court.
it's because the
So
thing
like,
is at Utah, there's so many people that are so good that like it's really hard to like get space. Basically, I mean,
uh,
someone like you would be fine, but like someone like me, like I just couldn't even like get in there. So
Hunter came and ruined that.
yeah, Hunter came over on 9 feet, and I was like, bro, what are you doing over here? Like, you're good enough to be doing stuff over there. And then obviously he went and did pretty good in the 10 foot contest. What were you, third?
third place, yeah, out
Yeah.
of 20 like
Who won
something.
last year? Who won last
G.
year? I
She
did. Oh, who was second place? Who?
That
CJ?
was CJ, which is part of my
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dunk
Okay,
team,
okay.
but
Yeah,
he really doesn't dunk anymore,
Yeah.
which is so crazy. He's had a couple injuries and stuff like that, but and just with work,
What
but yeah,
about
it was
what about this year? Predictions going into this year? What are you
Uh,
thinking? You
Mason
two. Oh yeah,
Hunter.
both you were in it.
Mason
Oh yeah,
Hunter probably would be
Mason,
top
huh?
two.
I was talking to Dallin. You know Dallin. I
Yeah.
was talking to Dallin, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Probably Mason Hunter," but he's like, "There's always that one random person who nobody knows
Exactly.
about, and
Yeah.
he comes that year, and he's
that
just
was that
he said it
was that
happens
was
every
me
year."
last year.
There you
That
go.
was me
So
last year.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Like
don't
so
I
have a
think,
I don't have a plan at all right now. So I mean if
yeah,
I
neither
hit
do
like
I.
every dunk and I hit like really crazy ones, then maybe I have a chance, but I don't think
you
so.
you will have a chance. I know it's with all of us, so we're familiar with how easy and how hard some dunks are, but especially if you're deloaded and adrenaline, bro, you're gonna be just fine.
Bro,
It's pure
I kind of have like an idea. So like dunks I do want to hit is for sure off the backboard, one hand windmills for sure, East base for sure one. And I mean, depending on how I feel, under both's got to be the last one. I think got
No,
to be.
no, no, no. Strike that. You got to go for broke, bro. I think you're one hand or off the backboard, one hand windmill, off the backboard, East Bay, and under both. There's your three. You got to go for broke, bro. You're gonna have jumping crazy.
I think there's 4 or 5 dunks you
Oh,
actually do something
five?
like that. Yeah, I think
Oh
because
wow.
it's I think it no it's so it's two. I think it's two in the first because there's so many dunkers. That's the thing you got to think about. There was like 20 something dunkers in the 10 foot
Yeah.
contest. So I guess two, and then it goes down to like 10 people or something. And then there's two more, and then or I think it's like 5 people or something, four, and then it goes down to one or one on one versus somebody, and then you get
Oh,
one dunk.
okay.
So I think it's five total, but I
yeah.
could be wrong. I don't remember
All right.
exactly, um, but yeah, I mean, I do have ideas, but just like I just got to get them consistent, which is the hard part.
Yeah.
So, but
There
again,
you go.
adrenaline carries at
It
camp,
does.
so it's like I back rimmed. I hit. I think I hit three East bays I can't, but Obviously the third or the fourth day I was absolutely fried. So my last dunk was to go to the finals was in East Bay, and I
Mm.
back rimmed it like twice, or front rimmed it twice or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
it's crazy. All
it's
right,
dope.
well, we got a minute left on here, so
All good, man.
probably not gonna restart again. But yeah, I really appreciate you coming on, Donovan.
Of
Obviously,
for
course, man.
sure.
super crazy right now. Definitely go check him out. What's your Instagram?
My name, Donovan Hawkins, full name _37.
So definitely go check him out. Been going insane recently, and definitely not gonna
Yes,
stop this
sir.
summer. So yeah,
All right.
I mean, definitely could talk about this stuff forever, but
We could.
definitely
I
be quick.
appreciate you guys having me on, man.
Of
Anytime
course.
Yeah,
you guys need, I'll come back on. This was fun. I love doing this. I love
for
talking to
sure.
people about it.
Yeah.
Definitely
I
got to
think a
do a
lot of
part
people
two.
are definitely kind of like we're kind of wanting this because a lot of people didn't know your story. So I think a lot of people are going to be kind
Oh
of
yeah.
surprised about a lot of things. Obviously, I was still surprised, even though I talked to you in Missouri and a little bit before. But
Yeah.
it's just crazy how you came about dunking and how you're becoming a pro and one of the best dunkers in the world right now.
Yeah,
So really
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on. So
Of
yeah, for
course, man. It was
sure.
fun, guys.
Yes, sir. All right, well, that wraps up episode 8. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. See you in the next one. So.
Perfect.